Dan's playing Fallujah in Blitz. Interesting. Okay, knight g5 is a weird move by Daniel, apparently. What was good here? Was g takes f3 better? I'm not sure there's something better. Yeah. Bishop takes d2 apparently is right. Knight g5 is reasonable. So knight f3, knight takes f2, king takes f2. Probably knight c7 is a good move to get rid of this knight, or maybe rook f7, rook f8 here. Although actually white has no, white only has a piece. So if Alireza can get knight h4, knight f5, he's gonna be better here. Okay, so Alireza in this position will play rook d3, probably knight c7 again, maybe queen g7 here to hit the pawn on g4. Apparently computer likes bishop g5, which is a very strange move. We get queen e1 here. Idea knight h4 is on rook f2. You can just take and put the knight on f5. Probably a little bit better for white potentially here, but the show goes on. Bishop g5, good move by Danya. Actually, let me turn off the timer because the timer doesn't matter right now, does it? Actually, I'll challenge Nihal if Stevie wants to play. If he doesn't play, we'll just cover this match. Okay, g5, bishop moves knight h4. Alireza is starting to outplay Danya. Knight h4, knight f5. Gonna take rook f3. Good move by Alireza. Although Danny's getting a knight to f6, this might still be a draw. Good knight versus bad bishop. Bishop is walled in by all the pawns here. Will I play Alireza? Of course I'd play Alireza. Yeah, absolutely. I challenged Nihal, but Nihal doesn't want to play blitz. You mean the fashion designer? Why would I come to JSC? I want to cover it, but see what happens here. Danya is winning. King h5, king h5, king g5. This is winning. This is winning. Yeah, this is completely winning. King g5. d7 is a try, but I mean it doesn't matter. I mean you can even just go sack the queen. He's just gonna sack the queen and takes here. Yeah, push p and it's winning. No, I want to play blitz for those of you guys who are wondering, but nobody's accepting. There's nobody like super high rated on, so that makes it very difficult to play blitz right now. Yeah. So I have some challenges outgoing. If I don't get accepted, I'll just keep watching this. Yeah, probably bishop c2 is a good move here to put pressure on the pawn on h7. What is it? What's the material count? Sorry, I lost track for a second. This is a Berlin, of course. Blacks up a pawn here. Okay, Dan is trying to put pressure on both of these diagonals with the two bishops. It's very wild position. Very wild position. Play Shima stream. I challenged him. I challenge everybody. I mean, I challenge everybody who's not actually playing. I might challenge Bluebaum. Maybe he wants to play. I will watch MasterChef later on. Yeah, absolutely, definitely. Probably queen c8 here to guard the pawn on b7. Just play Danya. Danya and Alireza are playing a big match right now. I think they're going to be playing a lot of games. It's 2-1. They just started, so they're going to be playing many games. Okay, So what do we have? Let's see. Okay, probably knight e4. This is a good move. White has the bishops. If Alireza can trade off some knights here, he'll be fine. But Danya, in typical Danya fashion, has a little bit of an initiative here on the king side. With his bishop h6, knight g5, a position that I would say is very easy to play in blitz. In classical chess, Danya's position would be terrible, but in a blitz game, it's very hard because white has the obvious moves, black doesn't have the obvious moves, and that makes it very difficult to play, which is of course a big difference between Danya and blitz and Danya in classical chess. This position in classical chess would be terrible for white, but in a blitz game, it's a very, very good position due to the easy simple moves. Although I don't like queen d5. I don't like queen d5 is back because it allowed the bishop to be traded. I think Dan is going to lose now. He's just down a pawn. Very limited counterplay without the light square bishop. Okay, knight g5, rook f8 is a move. Maybe knight e5 is a move. Queen d7 is definitely not a move because of knight f6. Queen e7 could also be a move here for black. It could be a move. Could be. All right, so let's see. In this position, it's Daniel's move. Knight on h6 guards upon an f7. Looks very good. No obvious moves. Rook e5 is an idea. Queen d7 down the road, like rook e5, queen e7, maybe b4 here, maybe f4 also a logical move to take away the square from the knight or the rook. Tough position to play for Alireza here. Queen e7 again, I'm feeling like is maybe a move, but it's not obvious. Goes king g7. I think the idea, you want to go f6, but you can't move the knight to the pawn. I like Danya's position here objectively. I think Danya, he has the easier position to play. If Alireza finds the best moves, Alireza is still better, but I don't think it's easy to play with limited time here. They both have 1 minute on the clock, so I think Danya is very likely going to win this game due to the flow of the position, even though objectively this position is better for black. Okay, rook h3 play. I don't like rook h3 from Daniel. I thought the idea was a double, but I guess the problem is the knight and the pawn are stuck. You can't move the knight without losing the pawn. Rook h6 and knight f7 is a threat, so maybe not so bad. Queen d7 only move, but now if white doesn't have a killer blow on the king side and black gets queen f5, black will be better. Black will actually be much better here, if not just winning probably. Maybe there's knight f6 and rook maybe knight f6, but knight f6 queen f5 takes. Hard to judge. I think knight f6 is the move though. It takes, but now there's queen f5. Or rook e4 takes f5, queen f5, queen e3, g5. You can also maybe take. You have f5 first. I think you have f5 first. Takes and probably f. Oh no, but then knight f6. Tricky position. Hikaru, we waited for you to do the finger raise Norway. This, yeah. King takes it now. Alireza with D's knights and the rooks in the center will win this game. Up on time, winning position as well. Knight e7, knight f5. Rook e3 probably. Rook e3. Yeah, rook e1. Okay, this works too. Knight f6. Use D's knights. D's knights are jumpy. Takes. Rook e2. Yeah. Okay, so Alireza, so now it's 3-1 for Alireza, so Dan not up to a great start here. Okay, typical same-ish variation here in the King's Indian with f3. Who do you find harder to play bowling against, Magus, Alireza, or Danya? I would say it's very hard because Alireza doesn't play bullet much these days, but I would say back when Alireza was active, I found playing against Alireza was far more dangerous than any of the others, primarily because Alireza possessed a talent that only one other person that I've played against in bullet possesses, which is when let's play some blitz. I guess I was not ready to play blitz, but okay, let's play. Let's play d5 and takes. Yeah, I was gonna say that what I was trying to say with before my thought got cut up by MSB being very rude and accepting the challenge, is that Alirez's ability low on time to play perfect chess is something else, and that's something that Andrew Tang possesses as well, is the ability to convert in a way that most people can't.